Barbecue fam, today we're doing a Boston butt, hot and fast on a chargriller 980. Oh hell yeah, check this out. We're using royal oak lump and we're going to be throwing in some chunks of applewood down in the bottom. Now, last cook I did, I threw some chunks into the hopper and that worked very well with smoke. It was really decent. So if you guys want to try that out as well, throw a couple chunks into with your charcoal. Hell yeah. So this pork butt, you're going to take it out of your cryovac, pat it down, and then if you need to, yellow mustard for a binder and hit it up with your favorite rubs. And I'm using some Cosmos today, the honey killer bee, the cow cover, and some of the dirty bird. Some really good rubs, makes a good mixture. And then we're gonna put this on to the chargriller and let her go about 275 for a few hours and see what we're looking. We want a nice dark mahogany color, and we're not wrapping up until we hit about 170 degrees. Cook this bad boy fat cap up, and really we're just trying to get the internal temp up to 165, 170, right around there. When it looks good, wrap it if you want, push through the stall if not. But yeah, when you do 275, you really get some really good moisture, you get some good bark, and then if you wrap it, you bump your temp up, and because you're done taking in smoke. So it's gonna be some badass pulled pork sandwiches. Get her turned on. Now I have a probe for a great level. I'm gonna turn that on. I got a Smart Row guy on there, and I'll have that guy up to about 325, but the great temperature is gonna be right around 275, and we'll monitor that throughout the cook. Later, usually a few hours in, then that starts to catch up with the temperature on the inside of this cook. Spray your grates with canola oil. Oh hell yeah, it's gonna help you out with cleanup and from your meat sticking. We're not gonna see you for a few hours. Give me a hell yeah! Bam. If you like charcoal cooking, you like easy cooking, that's your guy. Get it, you're gonna love it. It's so easy to do. I love my Weber kettles, but this guy right here, I got a lot of stuff to do. It's Labor Day weekend, and this rocks. 4 hours in this cook. Let's take a peek, and if we got a spritz or not, we're going to use apple cider vinegar. Ooh. That looks damn good to me. No spritzing needed. Put that gun away. So we're gonna check back in an hour. Now the temp on the controller and the grate level temp probe is only about 20 degrees off, and that was about that within an hour. So the controller is getting better as we use it, and I'm going on a solid 2+ months. So I'd say about 9 weeks of cooking on this at least once or twice a week. And yeah, that controller's getting better. It's learning and getting better. Oh hell yeah. Eventually, hopefully we don't need to put a probe in there, but it's always good to have. So get that up to color, wrap if you want, or push through the stall. We'll check the temp once we get that color that we want, and then I'm gonna wrap it and I'm gonna bump it up to 325. Finish this off, pull it, and then we're gonna let it rest in a cooler wrapped in a towel for about an hour. Longer if you can. By then though, it's gonna be about 7:30, so I'm thinking, yeah, an hour and a half tops. Oh hell yeah. All right, we're probing about 167. Time. So get yourself some cotton gloves, some some nitro glove over them, pull this pork butt, wrap her up. Now we're gonna stick a probe into it and make sure we're good to go. So we're going to about 203, the usual, and then we're gonna pull it and let it rest in a cooler for an hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending on what's going on. It's still kind of early, so I think we'll be good. So we're gonna bump up the temp. Boom. Looking good. Double wrap. Roll your sides up so you don't get no leakage. Finally, up. Nice little Christmas present. Back on. You want that bone back to where it was. So everything's pretty much laid out exactly where it was. Open that porthole, slide it through. Get plugged in, just about center, without hitting any bone. Oh hell yeah. .203 is the target temp. So at this point, you're just trying to let it cool down a little bit, 185 degrees, wrap it back up, put it in a cooler. The bone is just slipping out. One of the best, easiest barbecues, pulled pork. Oh hell yeah. .7 hours on that pulled pork. And we let it rest for another hour and a half. Oh hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah. Now it's time to get a bite. Oh, nice and messy. Ooh. Ooh. Oh man. Pulled pork's almost like a sloppy Joe. But way better. Oh hell yeah. So that's a badass pulled pork sandwich. Oh hell yeah. Go make yourself one. Very easy to do. This was a 7-hour cook at 275 most of the time. I bumped it up to 325 when I wrapped it, and that was at the 5-hour mark. Once we hit about 170, we wrapped and then kicked it up 325, pulled it at 203-ish, opened it, let it cool down to about 185-ish, put it in a cooler for an hour and a half, and then shredded this up. Pulled it. Beautiful. You saw the bone slide. The bone was sliding out on its own. This was badass. Super moist. Super light smoke on there. Just all around badass pulled pork. Go make yourself some on a char-griller Gravity 980. Oh, hell yeah.
I said give me a hell yeah.